Hello, Libras, my loves. Sorry, it took me a while to get to y'all's video as well. I did have one video broke. And speaking of broken videos, there's energy readings that I worked so hard on. Long story short, the computer updated and like everything just kind of fell apart. If you're a cross watcher, you already know the story. So in the process of trying to redo those videos, I just couldn't. It was energetically draining, and I just had to respect and love myself enough to walk away and let go. So, but here I am with your February reading. I know it's a few days late. I love you, and I'm sorry. It's not for lack of trying. It just kind of happened. But here I am. So it looks like we're already off to a really good start. Just before we start, just know that you know, this won't resonate with everyone, obviously, because it's a general reading. So if it doesn't resonate with you, that's perfectly fine. There are lots of tarot readers out there that could have a message for you, or you can just stick around and see what you can resonate with. You know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. If you don't know what that is, I do have a calculator below. It'll tell you exactly what you need. Make sure to be very exact to figure out your chart. So with that being said, if you like this video, if it resonates, like, subscribe, share with friends. If you feel like they need it, yada, yada, yada. Here we go. So, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I love this card, and I love that it's here. You know, cutting, you know, karmic ties, cutting soul ties, letting the wheel turn, letting things go, moving forward. With the Page of Swords, there may have been some kind of communication of truth between you and another person. Obviously, but you know, or maybe just the universe, like you just came to some kind of truth. Could be dealing with a Taurus. Now you came to some kind of truth, and I think it made you feel unappreciated. Maybe that's why maybe that's what you had to communicate. You know what I mean? Something left you feeling unappreciated. Yes. Oh boy. So, you know, and with the Knight of Cups reversed, looks like if there was any kind of emotional tie, it was cut with this. Yes, because of the Five of Cups. This is the regret card. This is very painful. This is also, you know, where you're not recognizing the full cup you have in front of you. You're just focusing on all the cups that are like fallen over. It does have to do with regret. So I feel like the messages that I'm getting, it's for some of you that this may relate to the fact that you don't want what has happened before to happen again. That's what I'm hearing. Because it's like, oh, I don't feel recognized. I don't feel appreciated. This is a red flag. I gotta go. I gotta go. But in reality, okay, look, like we have the Two of Wands over here reversed. So you're still, I feel like there's something that you're not recognizing just yet. Could be about a Taurus, or there's just more to learn about kind of the limitations that you have in your mind about everything, because it's bringing exterior conflict into your life, or it could, or you may feel like there's just a conflict within yourself. We have the Three of Wands reversed. So you're no longer waiting for the ships to come in. It's almost like I'm losing faith. Even if you don't want to. I feel like a lot of you don't recognize this. That's why the Two of Wands is reversed. It's not noticeable to you. And that's fair. Like, that's okay. Like, I think we all have been there where we're in these situations that actually kind of bring conflict within ourselves and in our lives. And we don't recognize it because we haven't had the opportunity to see it in a different way. So the wheel was turning. You were doing what you had to do. Okay. You had to cut off ties. Four of Swords. It wasn't serving you anymore. But I feel like the reason why, even though that's something that you needed to do and you were true to yourself in that sense, because of like, kind of like, you know, you're a Libra. You had to weigh the scales. And I feel like, but the reason why you did it, there's something a little more deeper to look into, and we're about to do that. And I'm not saying that, you know, you should feel appreciated in any kind of relationship or any kind of like connection. You know, you don't want to say in any kind of connection that makes you feel less than what you're worth. But I feel like this has a lot to do with past. This has a lot to do with old experiences that you're bringing into the now that probably doesn't need to be there, but we all do it. And I don't think that you even realize how it has hurt you. You don't even realize how it affects you. You know, usually the Two of Wands right side up is knowing that you're not caged. You're recognizing the beauty of being free from whatever it is you're going through, but it's reversed. So that tells me that not only is this something, you know, it could be about a committed relationship. It could be just about learning something more, higher form of learning. But there was conflict. There was conflict. There is conflict still within you or with this person. And it's just kind of like, it's hindering you. It's like you turned the wheel and then you forgot to oil it. So it stopped and now it's rusted. And it's time to like completely turn this shit around. It's not serving you. But the first thing you got to do, it's kind of like what everyone says. It's like the only way you're going to fix something within yourself is like recognizing that there's a problem. So you're going to have to face yourself. You're going to have to face yourself. So we have the Hangman, which is sacrifice, crown chakra. You may have a disconnect with source and that kind of love, that real kind of love. I'm talking about that real shit. I'm not talking about 3D love. Like, oh, I love this person, all is love. I'm talking about the real divine shit, where it's like you embody that shit. So, sacrifice. With this Wheel of Fortune, it was a sacrifice. I really like how that's how it's portrayed, because in the traditional tarot, you know, it's just the Hangman. Being caught in a state of like, do I stay or do I go? Do I do or do I not? But this is sacrifice. So in this deck, I literally think it was what it says it was. It was a form of sacrifice. You had to sacrifice something to move forward. It was no longer serving you. It was putting you in a sword state. There was a truth that was communicated. It needed to be done. And now we have the crown chakra in the recent. There is some kind of, with the reason why you did this, like I said, everyone should feel appreciated and loved and cherished. But you got to give it to yourself first. It's just like with the Knight of Cups here reversed, I feel because of this card being so adventurous and kind of like, hey, yeah, let's go solo. YOLO solo. But instead, it's reversed. So I feel like you denied that love to yourself. That recognition and that love that you wanted so much from this person and the reason why you left. Because I do feel it's about a person. We have too many people in here and we have a lot of cups. So here we are. And with the Five of Cups, to clarify, the King of Cups, emotions, love. I feel like you denied that love to yourself because for some reason it didn't get validated in your life, in your past. I don't know. But it's just one of those things where it's like, you got to recognize, you got to validate that. Like, it's cutting you off from source. It's blocking your crown chakra from love, from that highest vibration that you can live from. It's blocking your heart chakra, your ability for things to grow. Fertility doesn't just have to do with children. This has to do with abundance. And it's blocking the hell out of you. Everyone is getting a love nudge this month, fam. It ain't just you. Everybody is like, this is Aquarius season. Welcome. Victory and success at the bottom of the deck. So let me tell you. Let me tell you something. If you do the work on yourself and you give that love to yourself and you start recognizing how you're in back, like, don't be blocking this shit. Don't be blocking your blessings. And I know it's hard. And I feel like with you maybe not being fully aware, has to do with the heart, has to do with empowerment, has to do with being the Empress. This is the Empress. This is divine femme energy. And gender does not apply. This is creative energy. This is creating the life you want. This is that joy that comes from somewhere that matters. And you're blocking it. Maybe that's what you need to recognize. Your story. Ha. So yeah, whatever happened with this sacrifice, I feel like these are stories that you might be repeating to yourself. Be careful with the words I am. Be careful what you speak. Speak negativity, these negative stories into your life, and they will be. Manifestation, yes, you are blocking manifestation power with the crown chakra. And what did I just say with fertility? It's gonna be okay, but you gotta have to recognize your shit for it to really be okay within you. Because you guys I have seen Libras manifest the hell out of things once they tapped into it. Resistance to this healing process. This ain't gonna be easy, but you keep blocking the sun, you ain't gonna feel its warmth. I know if you are dealing with a person, like I said, like there's a Taurus, there's whoever. If you're blocking this shit, if you're blocking somehow, it doesn't matter if it's not reciprocated. You have to do this for you. And the only way that if you're resisting this kind of healing of that inner divine feminine, maybe it's out of whack, out of balance. You're not being the empress right now. You're being resistant to being this goddess that you are, or God, like whatever. You know what I mean? This divine being. Then that's what you're gonna get. It's always gonna be a struggle because that's your essence. The solar plexus, yes. So your confidence in yourself, the I am, that confident you, knowing who you are and having that kind of balance within yourself. I did feel codependent tendencies. I'm not saying like if you guys are recovering codependents that you're going back. But as a recovering codependent myself, I do understand that I do revert back to certain things as a coping mechanism, and we have to recognize those things. So I feel like a lot of us may need to be working, because this has been coming up a lot in a lot of readings. It's time to get back to ourselves and understand our worth, be confident in who we are, understand better who we are, and work with that. Okay, let's get a few extra messages from Spirit, and then we'll close up this reading. Looks like we already got... You're guided. You are being divinely guided. So you're not alone in this. And it's not like you made wrong choices. You know, it's not even about making bad choices. It's just that I feel like right now it's about why though. Why did you make those choices? What was the real reason you were making these choices? Like, let's dig just a little deeper. I know it's painful and it's dark and cold, but we're about to bring some light. Don't worry. Flowers be flourishing too. Oof. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light to fit in? You may feel pressure from other people to kind of downplay what you're feeling and downplay the need to dive like a little deeper within yourself. Or maybe you are kind of feeling that way. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty, devotion, priestess, mixed, mystic teacher. So look, maybe this is your calling. Maybe this is... If you're a guy watching this, like a masculine, I mean, like I said, it's not gender specific. But if you're more masculine, I think it's time to start getting a feel for the feminine just a little bit. And to be fair, we can always work on ourselves. And we can always work on these things. Like, it's not... But I feel like there are big things the universe wants to bring in, and you're going to need that feminine energy for that creativity aspect of it, and like needing to work on yourself and stuff and things. So And then at the bottom of the deck, we have birthing a new age. Exactly, new things. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Hello. I'm just saying. You don't have to. Like, this is just, I am but the vessel. Spirit's just talking right now. You do what you want with it. Anyway, fam, that is your reading for February. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, like, subscribe, leave a comment, share. I think that you guys are doing a great job in what you're doing for yourself. Sometimes, like, this love nudge is just what we need to keep going forward. I love you. Take care. And I will see you in the mid-month readings. Bye.